welcome. Today I have a couple art coins and I start with 2.5-inch circles. I cut mine out of Bristol smooth paper on my Cricut. There's lots of ways to get a circle, so whatever way you use is fine. And I usually make two and I make them similar but different. So I'm starting with a stamp from Faded Type from Tim Holtz, and I'm going to stamp with my embossing stamp pad, and I just blanked on the name of it. It'll be in the description. And I just stamped it in the middle so that half would get one and half would get the other half. And that way too, that makes them a little different because the text is on a different size on side on each one. So one stamp does both of them. I'm going to emboss. I'm going to do one with Vintage Photo. And then the other one, I'm going to use Salvaged Patina. I'm going to emboss them with my embossing gun. And if you hold your item up so it's not sitting on the table, it'll emboss faster because the air can go right through the paper. The backgrounds on both of these will be old paper. And then I'll be I'll be doing a splatter with different colors and then a focal image of a digital print. So old paper all the way around, and then I just edge it with Vintage Photo. Also the focal image. I'm going to do a little bit of worn lipstick splatter on the Vintage Photo one. I'm using my fan brush because I want small-ish splatters. The floral, I'll have a link to it in the description. I buy my digital images off of Etsy, and then I print them on 90-pound white cardstock and fussy cut them out. I like these coins because they're simple. They can be so different. And often I'll use it as a warm-up to kind of get my brain in a creative mood. So on the second one, old paper again with vintage photo on the edge. And I like orange with salvaged patina, rusty hinge with salvaged patina. So I'm going to be using a splatter of dried marigold. So it's not quite rusty hinge, but it is orangey. And you know, you don't want to do a whole lot of splatter on something this small. And again, a digital download floral, and just going to glue it on the coin. And that is it. And that's why I love these. They're so easily done. If I only have a short time, I can do it that way with coins or with a Rolodex, either way. If you haven't subscribed, I invite you to do that. If you like these coins, give me a thumbs up. And either way, I hope you have a great day. And stay tuned. I do have some final pictures for you. I'll see you next time.